Hey, this is Glover Teixeira, UFC light heavyweight champion.
Hi, I'm Robbie Lawler.
What's up, fight family? This is your favorite MMA coach, Thiago Alves, the Pitbull.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Pedro Munoz.
This is Mike Brown.
Guys, I am Alexei Olenek, and welcome.
And welcome.
And welcome.
And welcome
And this is We Want One Picks.
And you're watching We Want Picks.
to We Want Picks.
We want picks.
To We Want Picks.
To We Want Picks. Hi everybody from American Top Picks.
Next up at UFC Vegas 45, we have the main event of the evening. We have Derrick Lewis versus Chris Daukaus. Derrick Lewis, 25-8 overall, 4-1 in his last five, coming off of that loss to Cyril Gane, where he essentially quit in his hometown. Chris Daukaus, 12-3 overall, 5-0 in his last five, all 5 wins by knockout. Derrick Lewis is boring in his fights and exciting on the microphone. He's a low-volume striker that just waits for you to come to him. If you come and leave an opening, he will throw a heavy punch and put your lights out. He's not particularly fast. He's not very technical, but he has a pretty good chin and enough power to knock out a horse. His power keeps him in fights. Go back to the Volkov fight, which we mentioned over and over. The dude was 1 minute away from losing a very clear decision, and then one punch changed the entire thing, worked himself into an interim title fight. Chris Daukaus is a very good boxer. He is fast at heavyweight. He ties in combinations really well. He will be the more technical fighter here and just needs to avoid the big shots. He needs to stay technical, avoid a firefight, which he should have no problem doing. And Daukaus has never been taken down or even attempted a takedown in the UFC. So I don't expect much grappling in this fight, but even if there is, Daukaus will be good to go with his BJJ black belt. This is an awesome fight or a miserable fight. Derrick Lewis is a notorious slow starter with very low volume, but an insane amount of power. So Daukaus either does what he does, which is high volume and high power till a knockout, or he is nervous and stays away. Every Derrick Lewis prediction is the exact same thing. You pick the other guy because they're technically better than Lewis, but you make the mention, you give the caveat that Derrick Lewis can knock that person out. And that is the exact same thing here. Daukaus is more technically sound. He has more power. He should win, but Derrick Lewis could put him down with one punch at any point. In this fight, full money line, -140, I got a unit on Chris Daukaus to do the right thing and win this fight. Jakey boy.
Why the hell was I muted?
Because I was echoing in your microphone.
Oh, okay. I accept that. I accept your apology.
It wasn't a grudge. It wasn't a grudge.
All right. I was literally sitting here like, what the hell did I just do? You just thought I was going to preemptively like interrupt you, so you're getting ready for it. You have just a big red button next to you that you just smash all the time. Mute. Listen, I honestly think I was a big Derrick Lewis guy, but I've never been so disappointed in somebody in a title fight. This was like the moment that he was waiting for in his hometown. And he kind of mentioned that the pressure was getting to him. We should have read more into that, because leading up to it that whole week, he said he felt uncomfortable with the pressure of fighting for the title in his hometown. He gets punched in the eye and just kind of like grabs his eye and then takes a knee and just basically gives up in the fight. I think that this is like kind of the downfall of Derrick Lewis. He's mentioned before how he's always been a guy that fights for the money. I think he likes fighting, but he doesn't take training like super serious, right? And he's fighting for the money. And I just think that this is going to be the downfall of Derrick Lewis, where he kind of is fighting these top guys. He's going to start to become the gatekeeper, and he's always going to have that puncher's chance, right? But Chris Daukaus is just such a better fighter than Derrick Lewis from top to bottom in striking, whatever. Derrick Lewis has the power, but I hope for Chris Daukaus' sake, and honestly for the heavyweight division's sake, that Chris Daukaus is able to avoid the one shot and is able to win this fight so we can get some real good talent at the top of this division, because Derrick Lewis just waiting to knock somebody out is fun, I guess. But at this point, I'm kind of over it. I want to see the fighters fight and have good fights, and just sitting there and waiting and hope we land one punch is not for me anymore. I'm going Chris Daukaus all the way. Obviously, Derrick Lewis has a shot. He's always going to have a shot in every single one of his fights, but Chris Daukaus is a much better fighter, much better striker overall. You mentioned the BJJ on the ground, and I hope that Chris wins. I think he should be able to win very easily, so I'm going Chris in this.
What's crazy is it's almost a problem if Derrick Lewis wins. We just watched Derrick Lewis get so outclassed. It wasn't even like, let's think about the two heavyweight champions right now. Derrick Lewis beat Francis Ngannou in the most boring fight in the history of fights. And then Derrick Lewis was just completely outclassed, so one-sided you could never run that back against Cyril Gane. So if Derrick Lewis knocks out Chris Daukaus, who honestly, if he wins this fight, he's the number one contender. Who else? That'd be 6 wins in a row at heavyweight, which is not easy to do. It would be a problem if Derrick Lewis won for the division. I saw somebody comment, what's better for the company? And I feel like you were alluding or scrapping. I feel like you were alluding to Derrick Lewis winning is better for the company. I completely disagree. Derrick Lewis winning throws the division. It just makes it messy and it's just sloppy. We both like Daukaus. I imagine every breakdown on planet Earth is exactly the same. Who's going to have a different take than what we're saying? Chris
Daukaus should win, but might get knocked out. It's
there's no other take. There's not another side that nobody is going to say Derrick Lewis is more technically sound than Chris Daukaus. It's just not a thing. It's not possible. Chris Daukaus does have a jiu-jitsu black belt, just like his brother. And his brother is Kyle Daukaus, if you didn't know that. He does have a jiu-jitsu black belt. I don't think he'll need it, but hey, man, you never know. You never know. He's at a good gym training with real people. That might be their game plan because Derrick Lewis can get taken down. And I doubt Derrick Lewis is going to be sitting with that uppercut hand like he was.
Right. And speaking of, you mentioned your blue belt. Derrick Lewis says that he's the best blue belt in Texas. And you guys both live in Texas. So I'd be interested to see how that grappling match would go.
He's so big and strong.
I know. It's funny.
I got nothing for that.
The best videos ever are when the title of the video is when MMA doesn't work on Derrick Lewis, or no, when jiu-jitsu doesn't work on Derrick Lewis or whatever. There's one where he's flat on his back, about to get his arm snapped in half, and just goes whoop, whoop, and just pushes the guy off him. It's the most ridiculous thing. And this, honestly, the size could be an issue because I think Chris is one of those guys that I think he's the only heavyweight in his gym, and he trains with mostly like his brother's size people, like 185ers, 170s. And that's why he's so quick. People mention Chris Daukaus and his speed. I think it's because he trains with like a lot of lighter guys. He doesn't train with heavyweights a lot. So maybe that first time he gets hit, or the pressure of Derrick Lewis will get to him. But I'm playing Chris all the way on this.
Yeah, and the training with the lighter guys could work or not work, right? Because when I've wrestled for a long time and trained jiu-jitsu for a while, but my jiu-jitsu coach was big. Like he was a big, heavy guy, so it worked out well. Because when you train with the lighter guys, it does teach you to you got to keep up with the speed and stuff, but you can get away with things that you shouldn't be able to get away with. You can push things through that you shouldn't be able to push through. And then you start training with somebody bigger, or you go live with somebody bigger or the same size. And all of a sudden, if you developed a little bit of a sloppy technique because you're able to push your way through, it gets exposed. So training with lighter guys has its pros and cons. I think heavyweights should be training with heavyweights. But either way, somebody asked about DraftKings. Let's get to it. Chris Daukaus, I think $8,300 is a great play. If you have Derrick Lewis in your DraftKings lineup, it's only because you're chasing a knockout. And $7,900 is not enough for chasing a knockout, in my opinion. $6,800 is where you chase a knockout. What do you think?
Multi-entry, I would sprinkle Derrick Lewis in a lineup or two for first round knockout. Because honestly, with Derrick Lewis, I mean, it could be that inside a minute. I mean, it could be anything. So, I mean, Derrick Lewis is either, that's the way, he's either going to score 100 points or it's going to be 0 points. So that's kind of how multi-entries work.
In the last fight, I had recency bias against Wonderboy because he got taken down so often. In this fight, I probably have a little too much recency bias against Derrick Lewis for quitting. And I'm not trying to call the guy a quitter. You just expected so much more from him.
It was disappointing because the whole week leading up, he mentioned the anxiety about it, but he was like, I'm going to do it for the hometown, for Houston. I'm doing it. I'm going to come out. We're swinging and banging, baby. And then he just didn't do anything.
Well, especially, yeah, exactly. It'd be one thing if he was firing away, but missing the shots, got tired, but he didn't. There was no volume. He wasn't trying to finish, got touched up and turned over.
Like Nunes quit. Everyone say she quit, but she was exhausted. She was trying to she dominated the first round, tried to knock her out. There was nothing from Derrick Lewis like that.
And also, before we go here, Hustle, I disagree. I think he can KO or submit Derrick Lewis. I think Derrick Lewis can absolutely KO Chris Daukaus. I think Chris Daukaus can KO Derrick Lewis. And I think Chris Daukaus could submit Derrick Lewis for sure. I mean, he's a jiu-jitsu black belt. We haven't seen it, but he's a black belt. He's a big, heavy guy. And, he's training with the right people. wewantpicks.com/bets. This is the last fight card of the year. Make a deposit and get your free $50 from us. wewantpicks.com/bets. Click a link, make a deposit. Let me know. We'll send you $50. And Monkey Knife Fight, more, less, Jakey.
I have one more thing. I'll probably play the more because I think Chris is coming with volume and Derrick Lewis is going to be forced to kind of strike a little bit. And maybe he was embarrassed the last time he comes out aggressive. The thing that I worry about in this fight that I'll mention is Derrick Lewis sometimes will play possum and he'll act like he's hurt against the fence and then come out with a big bomb. Chris is a guy that is going to try and overwhelm you with volume to win strikes. If he thinks he has Derrick Lewis hurts and he tries to run in and Derrick Lewis is playing possum, that could be your knockout opportunity. But Chris all the way, I'll probably play the more in the Monkey Knife Fight.
And I my buddy is Parker Porter. I managed fighters for 15 years. I managed Parker for a large chunk of his career. Parker Porter fought Chris Daukaus in his UFC debut, literally rolled off the couch, had to cut weight, took it on short notice, fought Chris Daukaus. And we talked about that. And if you watch that fight, he did get to Daukaus a few times. Because I remember being like, he looked pretty good against Chris Daukaus. And in his next fight, I'm definitely betting on him. And he dominated his next fight. So Chris Daukaus is touchable. And Derrick Lewis is not the guy that you want touching you. So anything is possible. But I am confident enough. If you're not picking people because they're the better fighter, then what are you doing? What are you doing? You can't just chase wild stoppages.
I mean, we just talked about Cub Swanson and you said, how can you not pick the better fighter? You literally said Cub Swanson was a better fighter and then you didn't pick
But
them.
the difference in that fight, Derrick Lewis' only path is one single punch. The difference in the Darren Elkins Cub Swanson fight is Darren Elkins has a clear path to victory.
Just shut the stream down. You just contradict. Just shut it down. It's embarrassing at this point.
I'm sick of your mouth.
It's embarrassing at this point.
Guys, it's the last card of the year. We're still going to do more content, but we're going to roll out some merch. We got a whole bunch of stuff to do. Let us know what you want from us. Let us know what you'd like us to add, what you'd like us to expand on. If there's content you're not getting that you want, there's gear that you want that we don't have yet, let us know. We're here for you.
Like the stream, please. Like the stream, everyone, please.
Well, the stream, I'm shutting it down, but go ahead, like it. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed.
Well, those likes carry over.
All of our lives are subscriber only chat. Thank you all so much for everything. And we'll go ahead and we'll see you on Saturday, and we'll see you throughout the week for our final DraftKings and Monkey Knife Fight and all that good stuff. We'll see you guys then. Thank you all for everything. Before you go, do not forget about our Discord. We have a full Discord server, and it is 100% free, just like all of our other content. We never charge you for anything. The Discord link is in the description of this video. Go there, share your thoughts, learn from other people, and participate in the conversation. You guys love to argue in the comment section. Take that to the Discord server. It is 100% free, and the link is in the description underneath this video. Also, this is the last fight card of the year, so don't miss out on your opportunity to get $50 free from us. $50 for free. All you need to do is go to wewantpicks.com/bets. Choose one of our 5 or all of our 5 betting partners. Sign up, make a deposit, let me know, and I'll send you $50. Literally, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, however you want your free money. Sign up, make a deposit. Each book offers their own pros and cons. Each book has good things, has things that they can improve on, but there's 5 of them, so pick your spot, make a deposit, let me know. We'll send you $50. It's that simple. We'll see you guys this weekend. Enjoy the fights. Don't forget to go to the Discord. Don't forget to sign up with one of our betting partners.